Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Deevil and welcome back to Transport Myths. Hope you guys enjoy my little Markiplier style introduction. In this episode, we will be revisiting a myth from episode 11, where we discuss about the future route extension of SBS Transit Bus Service 230. And why, you may ask? Well, back in the end of July, the LTA announced a brand new scheme called the Bus Connectivity Enhancement Programme, or BSEP for short. And TLDR, this BSEP scheme is basically a Bus Service Enhancement Program, or BSEP 2.0. More info about it can be found in the link in the description of this video. But anyways, under section 5A of the LTA's announcement of the BSEP scheme, it is stated that an existing bus service will be extended to connect Toa Payoh East with Caldecott MRT station, and the extension is expected to occur by December of this year. Ergo, the point of this video is to rediscuss the future extension of Service 230 from scratch, based on the new information that was given. However, before I begin, please keep in mind that the possible rule amendments I'll be proposing are all mere speculations and will require opinions and feedback from my dear viewers to point out the flaws and limitations of my proposals. And if any of my speculations turn out to become a reality, it's merely all just a coinky-dink. Okay, with that out of the way, let's begin. First, let's talk about why 230 is the likely candidate for the route extension. Currently, the route of 230 serves the BTO estates at Kim Kiat and connects them to Toa Payoh Town Centre, and it duplicates the heavily demanded Service 238 between the town centre and Toa Payoh East. Furthermore, its frequency is currently at 12 to 15 minutes, which is obviously low for a feeder service. Ergo, these facts indicate that the route is still in its interim state. But that's not all. Several months prior to its debut, Transport Minister Chee Hong Tat stated that they were planning to extend the route to serve more parts of Toa Payoh town, such as Lorong 7 and 8. And some of you might be thinking,
but don't we already have Service 235 connecting Toa Payoh East to Caldecott MRT?
Yes, however, 235 does not serve the eastmost parts of the town, which includes Lorong 7 and 8 and the Kim Kiat BTO estates. And since 238's demand is already a heavy burden even as of today, amending its route would be a big mistake. As for 232, its current route nature, as you can see here, don't seem suitable for an extension to Caldecott MRT. Ergo, 230, I choose you. Anyways, here's my proposal. Will you marry me? Wait, not that kind of proposal! Alright, this is my proposed route extension. First, 230 will follow its current route from Toa Payoh ITH to Block 259 bus stop. After that, instead of continuing left along Toa Payoh East, 230 will head straight onto Lorong 7 and follow Service 232 until Braddock MRT. After that, it will follow 235 through Toa Payoh Rise and Link and eventually reach Caldecott MRT. However, instead of U-turning at Toa Payoh Link like 235, 230 will continue straight to turn left onto Toa Payoh West and perhaps serve one bus stop along this road. After that, it will turn left onto Lorong 1 and backtrack all the way to Lorong 7, where it will serve at least 2 new bus stops along this side of Lorong 7. And since the bus stops on the counterclockwise side of the Kim Kiat looping point are already being built, we can deduce that the route will serve Kim Kiat in a counterclockwise fashion in the direction back to TPITH, and the remainder of the route should be self-explanatory. Alright, now, allow me to provide some reasonings to support my proposed route. I already mentioned the reasons why 230 is chosen at the beginning, but allow me to revisit one of the reasons mentioned, which is Minister Chee's statement in one of his Facebook posts. As stated, the LTA had a plan to extend 230's route to serve more parts of the town, such as Lorong 7 and 8. And based on my proposed route, I'm making 230 serve Lorong 7, but unfortunately not Lorong 8. But why? Well, if the route were to serve Lorong 8 in the direction towards Caldecott MRT, it will not only be able to serve any part of Lorong 7, but also won't be able to serve Lorong 8 again for the return journey. All these problems are due to the Lilo intersections marked in this map. Ergo, I think it would be better for 230 to serve the full stretch of Lorong 7. Furthermore, I highly doubt that LTA will want to build a bus-only right turn from Lorong 6 to Lorong 8. Otherwise, it will disrupt traffic for vehicles entering Toa Payoh town from Bradall Road. And by serving Bradall MRT, the residents of Kim Kiat would be one stop closer to Bishan and the Circle Line. For the looping point at Caldecott MRT, I decided to make it go through Toa Payoh West so that it doesn't duplicate service 235. As for the Kim Kiat sector of the route, I previously thought that 230 would serve the area clockwise in both directions. However, that theory has been debunked by the construction of new bus stops along the counterclockwise direction. Also, I am aware that some of you guys thought that 230 would merge with 232 to revive the original 232G and 232W. However, if 232G and W were made to serve Caldecott MRT and follow a route something like this, then people living along Lorong 2 might complain about the loss of bus connection to Lorong 7 and Toa Payoh East. There are also some who thinks that the extended route should be renumbered to 238N instead. But for goodness sake, we don't want to force the residents of Toa Payoh to distinguish the modified variant from its parent route. Ergo, renumbering it into a M variant is a no-no. And there was also an idea to make 230 a dual loop service, which is unlikely to happen, not because LTA don't want town link, but because 1. There's no space for another berth at TPITH, and 2. Even if a second boarding berth is not required, the construction of the new bus stops at Kim Kiat, which I mentioned earlier, would go to waste. And needless to say, even my proposed route idea will have some flaws and limitations. However, I'll leave it up to you guys to point out the flaws with my proposal, as well as your opinions. But either way, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Transport Myths. Comment down below if you have any suggestions for future episodes. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!